everybody! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a design that I think is a good intro into spring. I know it probably isn't quite springtime yet, but I'm really hoping spring is just around the corner. I personally am really sick of cold and snow and wind and cloudy days. So spring, I hope, comes after this design. I hope this is a good omen. It does have some darker colors in it, but also some nice bright colors, a really pretty purple and red glitter mix that I used in a French tip. I just love this whole thing, and it also has some flowers. I used the new Madam Glam pudding gels that are from the collection that was mid-February. I think they are perfect for this design, and the texture of them lends itself really well both for ombres and this type of flower that I created. So I hope you guys love this design as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to see my future videos as well. Bye!
So here are the pudding gels I'm going to be using, the cherry, plum rose, and the nude pink. So we're going to begin with the plum rose and the application brush, and we're going to apply it to the upper half of the nail. As you can see, it would be a one coat coverage product. However, because we are going to ombre it, we're going to end up doing 2 coats. Here's the cherry color, and oh man, it's just so pretty. There's it on the tip of the nail. And then after you apply it like that, I'm going to take an application sponge, just like a makeup sponge, and I'm going to be sponging it out. These colors do not fade nearly as much as regular gel polish does when you use a sponge on them, nor do they get that horrible texture that some gel polishes are prone to. And so for doing an ombre, these things are the best. They are so perfect for this. They ombre completely flawlessly, effortlessly, and in seconds. So hats off. Love them. So now for the flowers, we're going to be using the nude pink, and we're going to be just painting little petals. I'm not trying to make them perfectly smooth looking. In fact, if they're a little streaky, I'm actually happy about that. I don't want them to be flawless. They don't have to be perfect. You can do any shape of petal you want. You can have so much fun with this. We're going to be doing a few different layers of flowers or of petals. So if they don't go all the way to the center of where your flower is going to be, that is also a-okay. On the ring and middle nails, I did a larger section of flower just from the middle of the nail towards the edge. And after you have that done, I'm going to be taking the color Baby Nest, and I'm going to be applying a little like highlight in the middle of the petals and then fading that out. After that's been cured, I'm going to go back to my nude pink pudding gel and add another layer of the petals, going through and layering them so they're between the previous petals. So they're not right on top, but they're kind of, interlocked. And then once that next layer of petals is done, going back with Baby Nest and applying it just in the middle. That color Baby Nest is a very pretty pink, but it is a little bit sheer. It's got a sheer texture to it. If you apply it over the whole nail, it is opaque. But if you apply a very thin layer with an application brush, you can sort of pat it out and get it to be this almost like highlighter pink color, which is really pretty and perfect for these flowers. After that's been cured, add a third and final layer of petals, a third and final layer of Baby Nest. Then going back to the plum rose, I'm going to be adding the center of my flowers in just sort of a faded out half circle or quarter circle. Then I'm going to apply a layer of velvet, which is the Madam Glam matte top coat, encapsulating that whole nail with it. And then mixing my purple and red glitter mix with some of Madam Glam's top coat, I'm going to be applying that over the plum rose that's in the middle of the flowers. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for perfect circles here, just kind of getting that little glittery middle. And then I'm going to take a jewelry gel, and I'm going to be applying a little circle of that, or half circle, lining the middle of the flower, and line up some of these caviar beads. If you don't want a 3D element to this nail, leave it just how I had it before. You just have that mix of the top coat and the glitter, and don't worry about the caviar beads or the next step. You can just skip that. In fact, actually, I almost prefer it without these. It's a cool look, but it does catch on things like my hair when I'm showering or my clothes. So it's up to you. Plus, my kitten likes to chew on them, which is somewhat of a hassle. So we're going to flash cure those in place, and then using a gel that is a thick texture gel. Sometimes they're called crystal gels. I've seen them called bubble gels. It's a very thick viscosity gel that holds its shape and doesn't like to flood things very much. We're going to just add a little bubble shape over the top of the rest of that glitter. Now on the index nail, we're going to be doing an overlay of acrylic. All of my nails have an acrylic overlay. The ones that I just painted with the ombre and the flowers had a clear acrylic overlay, so the color underneath was irrelevant. For the pointer nail or the index nail, I'm going to begin sculpting my nail bed with a cover pink acrylic, making sure that my smile line is nice and deep and also very thick. So when I say thick, I mean vertically up and down to create a nice little shelf for the glitter to be pushed up against. I'm going to fill in the rest of my nail bed, and then I'm going to file that smile line with a nail file to make sure it is nice and sharp. Dust off the nail, and then grabbing a bead of clear acrylic, I'm going to dip it into my glitter mix and apply that to the very tip of the nail. This glitter is so fine. It's like a dust. It's it's really pretty, but it's really fine. So it really kind of goes up in to the wings of that smile so that it really kind of tucks up into the corners, which I do love. We're just going to make sure it's fully covering the tip. I love a glitter encapsulated tip, French tip nail. It is just one of my favorite things. I don't do it very often because a lot of times I just paint my whole nail with gel polish and I call it a day. But on the occasion when I do decide to go the extra mile and do these, they're something that I will just stare at all the time because I just love them. The glitter is so... it just catches the light, and under the encapsulation, it looks like it's something on display under glass. I love the way that it turns out. If you have never done a French tip in this fashion and you want to learn how to do it, I do have an acrylic live class video that I can put a link to in the description box below. So if you are interested in that technique, go ahead and check that out because it is very helpful. So now I'm going to take that same glitter mix, clear acrylic, dip it into the glitter, apply it on the tip of the nail on the pinky going up. And then I'm going to grab the same cover pink and I'm going to fade it over the glitter. So you're creating a glitter ombre where the glitter isn't on top. Usually when I do a glitter ombre, I apply a solid color of whatever color that is, and then I fade the glitter on top of it so the glitter particles ombre in the fact that they become less abundant. In this nail, we're going to make it so that the glitter particles become less visible. So you are covering them up with a foggy layer of cover pink. Once you are done and it's got a nice fade, encapsulate the tip where the glitter is with a little bit of clear acrylic. And then after everything has been filed into shape, we can go ahead and apply some glossy, no wipe top coat over the top of those two acrylic only nails. And then this design is done. I love it so much, you guys. That glitter color is the perfect combination to go with the plum rose and the cherry pudding gels. And really, these are the best ombre product I've ever used. They are just amazing. So I highly recommend trying them for that only, if nothing else. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.